Hello, everybody. I am back. Let me introduce myself because um, God is moving me in another direction. So, my name is Patrice, and I'm here to encourage and to uplift and minister and prophesy. Whatever God tells me to come on here to do, then I'm going to do it. And I've been doing my lives on Facebook, but God is telling me it's time for me to move in another direction, which I will still be doing my videos, but I probably won't be doing the lives. If I do, it'll be every now and then. But I'm getting ready to move into the direction where I'm ready to also start my YouTube channel. Oh, I'm so nervous. So I would post on my Facebook page, and I also will upload on my YouTube. So if you have YouTube, go and follow me. My name on there is Miss M. I think that's, yeah, Miss M. So if you have a YouTube channel, take the time out and follow me. And I will be uploading messages on my YouTube, and I also will keep doing it on Facebook. But my title today is, what are you willing to lose? And God has been speaking to me about this a lot. Like, about just taking me back to where he has where he brought me out of to where he have me now. And the reason why I said, what are you willing to lose, is that a lot of times we will have to give up things. And I have said this before, that we will have to give up things to follow God. And it's like, he keeps reminding me of how, when I told you all about my story when I was working at the my last job, and where he told me to step out on faith and walk away, because that's not where I want you to be. So I need you to walk away from where you is at. I have something planned for you. It's not your plan, but it's my plan. And I had to make a decision that, am I willing to lose that in order to follow God? And like I had told y'all before, and this is new. This is also going to be uploaded to my YouTube channel. So it's really new to the people on YouTube. But I had mentioned how God had was telling me to walk away from my job. And it was a new position. It was the salary was more, and I had got promoted to, another department. And it was something that I, wanted to do. But as the time went on, he was telling me, I started hearing him telling me, you got to walk away from this, because I got plans for you. I got better things for you. And although this was your plan, but this is not my plan. So he kept telling me that you just need to trust me and have faith in me. And I had to decide, am I going to listen to what God is telling me to do and just trust in him? Or am I just going to sit here and just keep doing, being here where I feel comfortable? And that's the thing, we will be in a comfortable space where we just be like, well, this is what I'm familiar with. And that's what it is, that familiar space, because you put yourself there. So anytime you putting yourself in situations or places and you making your own plans and your own decisions, that's comfortable for you. And it is. So I had to decide, like, okay, like God is telling you to trust him, to just step out into the unknown. And I had to lose that. I had to give it up. And I was just like, well, I trust you, God. And even though, you know, that this was my job, my income, I didn't have any more income to go to beside my 401. But God kept telling me that when you step out into it, when you let me guide you to where I'm trying to take you to, then I'm going to take care of you along the way. And y'all, this is 2022. And this happened in when did I walk away? 2019, 2018. I can't remember, but I walked away. I gave up. I had to lose some things. And even after I did that, I still had to lose some more things. I had to just give up things. And the question is today is, are you willing to lose things? People. Because when God starts leading you into another direction, it's going to be people that's going to fall off too. Because he will tell you that this can't go with you. You got to let this go. You got to let that go. And I have said before that a lot of times when we have to let, God is telling us to release things and to let this go and let people go, it be the most comfortable, the most enjoyable thing. The most enjoyable thing. And that be the thing God be telling us, you got to let this go. In order to follow me, you got to go and let this go. And it's like it kept he kept taking me back to the rich man. And that's in Matthew, let me make sure I'm saying it right because I don't want to misquote. It's Matthew chapter 19. And it kind of started like in verse 16. If you go back and read it, and it was talking about the rich man. And the rich man was saying, you know, what can I do to get to heaven? And God was telling him, in order to follow me, you got to give up your riches. So are you willing to lose things in order to follow God? If God's telling you, if God came right now to your doorstep and said that you got to let go of this $200,000 house you living in, but you got to trust me to where I'm getting ready to take you to. You got to let go of this $100,000 salary. I'm just throwing something out. And this job, are you willing to lose that? If God telling you, but when you let this go, you got to trust me. You got to have faith in me. And that's the thing, you know, when we don't know what's to come, or if it's not our plan, or if we have made this, have sat down and made, well, this how I'm going to do this how I'm going to live, this is what I'm going to do next, in the next weeks, in the next months, in the next years. That's us planning. That's our plan. But God have different plans. God have better things for us. But a lot of times we have to just learn how to just trust him and just, you know, allow him to guide us, guide our footsteps. Because I guarantee you, if he's telling you that this is not the direction I want you to go in, I'm going to lead you this way. But you got to trust me. You got to know that wherever he's getting ready to lead you to, it's going to be better than where you are at. And I'm not sitting up saying that as the time went on that I wasn't in my fears and my doubts, because I was in an unknown situation, because I didn't have my hands on it. I had surrendered to him. So it was unfamiliar to me. I had stepped out there and I had to just trust him. I had to believe that, you know, when this bill had to be paid, I had to trust God that he was going to take care of it. When I had to be fed, I had to trust God that he was going to nourish me. And he has. This is 2022. And I can honestly testify and say that since I have walked away, he have walked away from that job. He have did exactly what he told me he was going to do. But all he asked me to do was just have trust and faith in him. And it wasn't easy because I was just in a place that I have never did that before. But I had to learn to just surrender and just trust God. So if he's telling you that, are you willing to lose this? Are you going to give up your life to follow me? Because a lot of times we can easily say, "Oh, I'm following God," but are you really? I mean, we can let it roll off our tongue, but are you really? If he told you you got to give that up, are you really following him? Or are you holding on to your worldly goods? Things that God that's not even concerned to him. We be holding on so tight to things and people because we feel like we can't get out there and just trust God. And we feel like we got to have the crowd and the people around us. And we feel like we got to have all the material things. God doesn't care nothing about that. Your material things doesn't even matter. He don't care nothing about what name is stamped on your clothes. What name is stamped on your bags. What name is stamped on your shoes. He doesn't care anything about that. He doesn't care how many titles you got behind your name. He doesn't care about how much salary you're making at your job. That doesn't matter to him. Them very things that you cherish more than you love God, is them very things that he'll tell you you got to lose them things. So in order to follow me, you got to lose them things. So the question today is, are you willing? What are you willing to lose? What are you willing to lose? If God came to you right now and said, you got to let this go. You got to let these people that's in your life, you got to let that go. Because that's not my plans. I have something better for you. I'm trying to take you to where you really supposed to be. So are you willing to lose it? And that goes back to, and I don't mind because I know when God takes me through stuff, I know eventually, I have learned that eventually I'm going to have to get on here and share it with everybody. Just to share the testimony, how God how God has led me in a direction and how he has shown me along the way. All I had to do was just trust him. And it don't just come with trust. It comes with trust, faith, and being obedient. All of that comes with it. And back here when I was talking about how God had convicted me about the pagan holidays, these holidays that's on the calendars, and how he had convicted me and showed me that this is not him. And I was telling y'all, sharing with you all, how I was just so in debt with Christmas, with the decorations, and how I just love the decorations, and how, I just like to go all out and decorate and love the movies. And that was the hardest thing. That was the hardest thing that I had to let go of. Because he convicted me and showed me that, hey, that's not me. You got to let this go. Are you willing to lose this? Are you going to choose this over me? And like I said, it always be the most things that you cherish the most. Like God will come in and strip you from the things that you cherish the most. The things, and what I have realized, sometimes it be the things that you put before him. And when he stripped me of that, I was just like, it took me a minute where I had to decide, like, okay, am I going to follow God? Or am I going to just keep, enjoying what's pleasing to me? But at the same time, he was convicting me and telling me, you got to let this go because this is not me. So I had to let go of the holidays. I had to let go of all of them. And I have to constantly like, I don't celebrate that no more. I don't celebrate. I was convicted. It was my conviction. I'm not going around telling you that you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do it. Well, God said, I can only tell you what he showed me. And that's why I always say that, you know, we have to ask God to open up our eyes. Your convictions is yours and mine is mine. He might have convicted you of something and might come along and convict me of the same thing. But you have to choose. And he would give you, he would tell you to choose. And that's what I had to do. I know that he was telling me, you got to choose. Are you willing to lose this? So the question is, are you willing to give up your life? I mean, it's in the Bible. Family, friends, your home. He'll even tell you to walk away from that job. Are you willing to lose it? So, trust God for the unknown. Trust him. Trust him. Because when you do, it's not going to feel good because you're stepping into unfamiliar places. But you have to understand, what I had to understand, he was moving me from the old. Because that's the old. And he started moving me into the new. And the new was what he had planned for me. What he have planned for me even right now. Because he's constantly pushing me into unfamiliar territories. And I just have learned that if I got to give up and if I got to lose things, if I have to lose people, then I have to do it. Because I'm just learning that, well, you know, he showed me that you trusted me when you walked away from that job that I told you to walk away from. He said you trusted me. And I carried it with me. When I started going back and forth and trying to decide, well, are you going to lose this? Like, if I lose this, will it be restored? Like, God, will you be there for me? Will you take care of me? And I have to constantly go back to when he told me to just trust him. When you walk away from this place, from this familiar places that you're used to, familiar things, familiar people, he said, I'm going to take care of you. You just need to trust me. And I have to use that along the way. Like, okay, well, he told you to walk away from it. But have he left you alone? Haven't he been there with you the whole time? What is it that God has bought you out of in your old? And he's constantly moving you further along. But while he's still moving you, he's still cleansing you and renewing you and moving you from the old. So it's like, it's new. Everything is new. So it's like you got to leave this stuff behind because that's old. That's not my plan. But let me work on you. Let me renew you. Let me clean you up. This is my plan. So you got to let go of a lot of stuff that you had on your agenda. So are you willing to lose it? Ask yourself, are you willing to lose it? So are you willing to lose your material things? Just like he asked, just like the rich man, he told the rich man, well, you got to go give all your treasures to the poor. What are you willing to lose? Ask yourself that question. What are you willing to lose to really follow God? Because all he wants us to do is just trust him. Trust him that he's going to take you in a direction. And you got to know that it's going to be the right direction. Because God got his hands on it. And that's what you always have to remind yourself. If God is telling me to do this, I got to know that I'm heading in the right direction. I got to know that something good is going to come out of this. I got to know that he's taking me to a new place, my new beginning. So yeah, ask yourself, are you willing to lose some things? Are you willing to give up your riches like the rich man? I'm telling you, sometimes we have to just sit down and really think about that, because we will be quick to say that we really following God. And God probably is telling somebody right now, you need to give that up. Because I'm trying to lead you here. You need to let go of things, let go of people. I'm trying to take you here. So you're going to have to lose some things. You're going to have to lose people. And that's okay. Because like I have told y'all before, believe me, it went into a lonely road. But the loneliness didn't come from me being there by myself. It came from me not having the physical beings around me. But God was always there with me. And that was all I needed. That was all I needed. Because he had to work within me. He had to work on me. So that was all I needed. Sometimes you don't need the crowd and everybody around you. And God will start showing you that. So yeah, I mean, it's time to make some decisions. Are you willing to lose it? Yeah. Are you willing to lose it? Ask yourself that. So thank y'all for watching. I'm going to do another video, and yeah, take heed to the message and ask yourself, what am I willing to lose to really walk and follow God the way that I'm supposed to be? Allowing God to take me in, letting God guide your footsteps into the right direction. His plans, not yours. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all later. Bye.